Hello. Well, today I'm going to show you how to make a very smooth, rich and lovely cup of coffee using the aeropress device, which was an American invention a few years ago, and which I would say makes the best cup of coffee you'll ever taste, besides an espresso out of a machine. So first of all, what we need to do is grind some fresh roasted beans, and to gain the best flavour and taste you need to use a burr grinder. Try to use a burr grinder if possible. You can use a blade grinder if you like, but you will always get the best results with a burr grinder. So, using the scoop provided, you need to put 2 scoops of freshly roasted beans into the burr grinder. Right, we've already done that, and now we're going to grind the beans. And for the purpose of the aeropress, making a double espresso as we are going to now, you will need a grind between espresso grind and drip coffee grind or filter. So somewhere between espresso and filter grind, slightly coarser than espresso grind is the best. Right. This usually takes about 25 seconds. And while that's happening, you could have your water boiling in the kettle. Right, that's done now. You can tell it's done because the blades, the actual grinding mill makes a very high-pitched whining noise. So that's now done. And there we have some freshly ground coffee, just slightly coarser than espresso level. Right, so take the container that comes with the aeropress machine, and also take the plastic retainer and one of the filter papers supplied. So to gain the best experience from the coffee, I suggest that you follow this exactly how I described it. First of all, wet the filter paper slightly with hot water. Okay, we've done that, wet filter paper. Now slide it into the retainer and screw it onto the base of the container for the aeropress. Next important step now is to boil your water. I'm not only going to show you how to boil the water, but I will also show you how to get the water to the right temperature, which is around 175 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you follow this simple method, you'll get the right temperature. So I'm just going to continue boiling the water now. This will take about 20 seconds. Right, and while that's boiling, get for yourself a cup or mug or a glass in which you're going to have your coffee. And now we need to pour the coffee grinds into the container. And we're provided with a funnel here, so we can put that over the top. You can probably hear the kettle whistling there, so we'll turn it off. And put the filter grinds into the container. Now that is 2 of these large scoops. That's enough to make a double espresso. Take the kettle of water that you've just boiled, and now take the glass which you're going to prepare the coffee in, and fill the glass to around 3/4 full. Right, about 3/4 full there. to get the right temperature, what you should do is leave that glass there for exactly 1 minute. So we'll put that to the side and leave that for 1 minute. While it's doing that, I'll just explain a couple of things. The aeropress is a fantastic invention, and it's actually better coffee quality than using a filter machine or using a cappuchino, because the way in which this actually brews the coffee is quite unique. So you will get a uniform flavour all around, and it's very smooth with no bitterness, but you do have to follow the instructions exactly. And it is so important to get the water temperature to around 175 degrees Fahrenheit. Right, that's just about getting there now. So as we said before, we're making a double espresso. So we need to fill the retainer here, or the plunger, up to the mark 2. Okay, so I've just filled that to the mark 2, and I now also have my hot cup now, which is very important. You should always use a hot cup. So put the cup to one side, put the aeropress on the top, and gradually pour a small amount of water in, just enough to cover the grinds. This will give them a few seconds to ferment, if you like. About 5 seconds will do. Now gradually pour in very slowly the remainder of the water, and that will reach number 2 there. Once you've done that, take the stirrer, which you get with the machine, and stir the mixture for 10 seconds. Quite slow. Right, that's been stirred for around 10 seconds, and it doesn't matter if you get a few drips in the bottom, that's normal. Now take the plunger, put it into the top, and very gradually push it down about 1/4 inch. And now what we're going to do is plunge the coffee, and this usually takes between 20 and 30 seconds. So count the seconds or use a timer and try to get between 20 and 30. Slow, gradual movements are better here. Right to the bottom there, and then take out the retainer, and there you have a double espresso, which is absolutely a superb cup of coffee, very smooth, no bitterness. We'll just try that now. That's fantastic, absolutely gorgeous. If you want, once you've made a double espresso, you can add hot milk to it to make a latte, or you could also add froth milk to make a cappuchino. But what we're going to do now is add the rest of the hot water nearly up to the top, and now I've made myself a Americano drink, which is very smooth, no bitterness, full of flavour, and actually the best coffee I've ever tasted besides an espresso machine. And there you have it, how to make the perfect coffee using the aeropress. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please feel free.